Oh. Hello again, welcome back to me. This is my 2024 creator goals slash plans as far as what I want to achieve, what I already have scheduled, what I would like to schedule, and hopefully for yourselves it's a bit more of an insight into the sort of content that I will be making and putting out either on YouTube or on my Instagram North Optic or other social platforms, and also my website. I would really like to do that. I'm here in Uni Parks on Oxford. It's a nice, very nice sunny day, blue skies, green grass. Thought best to be outside to make this video. Yeah, so first thing, travel. It'll be my first time this year solo travel, but also travel as an adult. I've only ever gone on holidays when I was younger, with parents or with schools, and so in March, in a couple of weeks time actually, I will be there. 19th to 29th of March I will be in Barcelona. That would be my first trip for this year. Very much look forward to that. I already have everything booked, my flights, my accommodation, and a few good friends have helped me with an itinerary of, good food places, good places to go for, the best sites around the town. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And it's also my birthday. I'll be 23. Happy birthday to me. So I will be very much looking to make a book once I get back, only like a zine, similar to my Oxford on film, and also the sort of friends and family one, which was Oxford in Autumn, or Autumn in Oxford, I forget. And yeah, so I want to make a book. I'm thinking it would just be called very simply 23 motorbike. Yeah, it'd be called 23, and the cover will be one of the images I take in Barcelona, hopefully a sort of nice landscape of the city, some nice colours, very much, warm and dreamy, which is my photography style. Inside of the numbers 23, like a cutout. I don't know how many pages, hopefully at least sort of 20. I'm hoping that as well as photos, there'll be a bit of a storyline or, something to actually talk about as well. And I also plan on so for each place I visit, I want to get tattoos on my left arm and make it into, 10 years down the line, it would be like a sleeve of all my travels and sort of memories. And so I'll also be at my first one in Barcelona. So in my first couple of days, I'm going to try and find a nice studio and sort of start thinking about what I want. It will be unique to each place, so I can't pre-decide what I want, and equally I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. But they will have a common theme, which currently I think is floral. So every design will have some sort of flower in it, whether that's the subject itself or if it's like a statue holding a flower. It can be anything, basically flower related. I am then going to Lisbon, Portugal in June for 7 days. I've started to collect a list of, again, places to eat, places to go and see. I'm, again, very much looking forward to that. I see a lot of YouTube photographers, content creators that go to Lisbon and, very famously photograph the yellow tram. So I'm sure I'll get plenty of photos of that, and also just the town in general. I've also got, I'm there for 7 days, so I can always hop out to like sort of neighbouring towns as well. And then, yeah, so I've booked the flights for that. It's quite windy. I hope that's not too bad. I've booked flights. I haven't booked where I'm staying yet, but I've had a look at a few options, but I've still got plenty of time. So no worries there. Again, very much looking forward to it. I think once I've gone to Barcelona and experienced traveling for myself, by myself, that'll also be a big relief, and will just fuel the excitement for Lisbon. And then also my another holiday in September, which will be to Bordeaux in France. Again, very much looking forward to that. I've booked my flights, which is surprisingly quite cheap. It's the cheapest of them all. So that's a bonus. And again, I'm there for 7 days, so I've got an opportunity to go to neighbouring towns. It's not too far from the coast, so there's opportunity to hop on a bus or a train and visit a coastal town. So I very much look forward to that. I'm not too sure if I will go to Paris within that time. A colleague from work suggested that there's a sort of a Eurostar or some like high-speed train that goes from Bordeaux to Paris. So it's an option. I could do like a 2-day hop over to Paris, but I would also have to then come back to fly out again. So I think that I'll lose a lot more time than it'd be worth, perhaps, because of having to travel back. But I think next time, well, I'll probably just go to Paris. But if I hadn't booked the flights already, I would have just gone to one or the other and then flown from the other back home. That's my 3 holidays booked so far for New Year's, for the actual New Year's Eve today. I'm planning, or at least thinking, of going to Edinburgh. They do a nice fireworks display down by the river. A friend went last year, a photographer, and took some lovely photos, and that's what inspired me to go, because I feel like last year, I don't know, it didn't feel the same anymore. It wasn't special, and that's why I've booked the holidays this year again for my birthday as well, because it's the same old, just stay at home, not have any plans. So I've decided to do something for myself and make it special for myself, because at the end of the day, that's all that my birthday matters to, really, is me. So yeah, very much looking forward to that as well. It'll be a nice opportunity to again travel. That will probably just be on the train, is what I'm thinking so far. That way I don't have any baggage restrictions, and also it's a good few hours, so I can either sleep or I can edit some photos or read or just listen to music, whatever I fancy, really. And it will also be just a bit easier on travel. That's travel plans. I guess sort of social media wise, my Instagram is, at the time of recording this, let's have a look. It is at 843 followers, 297 posts, which is quite a lot. But I've been posting one a day, and also then at least like one reel as well. My hope is to get at least 1,000 followers, also so that I can get the film from Josh, but also just to help hopefully elevate my creativity, share my photos with more people, share my reels, get better as well, and also use that to as a platform to promote my YouTube, and hopefully bring people along for these sort of longer sit-down talks and stuff, and hopefully some more travel content as I travel. It's not a hard goal, like numbers don't matter, etc. But I have found that recently, with a bit of growth, I've had a lot of more support. It was surprising how much support strangers will give you versus people that like you sort of know. And so yeah, it's been a real great time of encouragement to finally start YouTube, and to also get more comfortable in front of the camera, put myself out there a bit more, because I'm not a very social person. I would say slightly shy. It depends, the right people, the right situation, but I was always a bit nervous to get in front of the camera, so this is just an opportunity to finally do it. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully everything goes well. Facebook is just a secondary product of my Instagram. When I post naturally, I cross post and everything, but when I schedule my posts, which is what I do mostly, it doesn't cross post, so I'm not really worried about that. I might end up joining a bit more like groups on Facebook, especially with travel, and just to hopefully get a bit more local insight, or share and find the right people. And potentially I would love to as well book like a photographer's holiday for maybe 4 of us. We would all go overseas, that we'd pick a place that we all like, whether that's all new or somewhere someone has been, so they can offer that local knowledge, and just have a great time taking a bunch of photos, also take photos of each other and to remember the occasion. And I would love to then, after it's done, rather than just like me, I create my own zines, and sure, we could all do that as well, but create like a big hardback photo book of all of our photos. We could all have 20 photos each, and that would fill a big book, and give it friends and family. We could sell it, whatever. That's to be discussed, I guess, but that's what I would love to do. What else? Well, I guess my website. So I've been updating it the past few days with some of the new portraits and sort of outdoor nature stuff, and some film photos as well. I would love to, once I start getting into videos more, link my YouTube to that, whether that's the most recent upload or just some of my favorites, or the different playlists that I will have eventually, because currently just these vlogs, but I would like to then start doing photo walk stuff, both for Photo Club Oxford and also external ones I go to, like the one I'm planning on going to tomorrow, which is in London. That's somebody else's, that's not mine. And then also eventually travel content as well, and hopefully also some gear content, show you what I use. If you guys have any questions, I can answer those about my setup, my editing process, etc. For my photography and videos as well. I'm quite happy with my website. It's my best of the best. I sometimes switch my mind and it takes a long time to then correct everything. But it's a nice platform I don't actively promote it, but it's just I put out what I want in the way I want. Whereas Instagram, you're fitting into this grid, 3x3 grid, 4x5 crop, etc. I've really been enjoying shooting horizontally lately. Especially with the website, when you then click on it, it then blows up to the full screen rather than just portrait, which takes up a really tiny amount. So I've enjoyed that, and then just figuring out how to isolate the subject within the middle, and being able to then get a vertical cropped photo of that as well for Instagram and Reels. So yeah, I really want to keep updating the galleries as my style develops. It's quite nice on there, but it's a lot of green colours, which I've found. It wasn't intentional, but just a lot of nature stuff, and some outfits that from the portraits, it all just happened to be green. I've started on my Instagram, introducing nice blues, but very much the overarching style is warm and dreamy. I like to think. I like to use the black mist filters to help soften the highlights. That's a big lorry, sorry. I like to use the black mist to diffuse the highlights and make that very dreamy. And then I love to edit to a more warmer tone in my photos, whether regardless of what color the subject or surroundings are. So as long as I stick to that, I think I'm okay. On my Instagram, I like to post nature and then portraits. That might change as I start doing different things, and it might become more sort of street stuff. I say street, it's street, it's nature, soon to be travel. That will all kind of mix in, and I'll have a lot more of that than portraits potentially. With Instagram, I'd also like to, I discussed this in my intro, but I want to start doing portraits on video, like slow cinematic sequences, as a model showcase or something. I'm not really set on the idea yet. I definitely want to do it, but not on what sort of shots I want to get. That will also tie in with video, with photos, and putting those into the video, or having that as just an extension. But that's something that I want to do, both with people that I've already photographed, because I find that that's the easiest sometimes. Is people are a lot more comfortable, you already know each other, but equally reaching out to new people to collaborate on these, and hopefully, there'll be a learning curve, but I'm excited for that. But eventually then having something else that I'm able to do and also offer, because I would love to offer photo shoots as something in the future, whether that's for an individual or a company. But with portraits, rather than just digital photos, I can do film photos. I can also do videos, and that would be a much more complete package, which will increase the value to both myself but also to the model. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. Any other goals? I guess a couple paid shoots would be great. It's not about the money. I do my 9 to 5, but just I've done it with cars, and when I was especially doing my other page work photography, that got out quite quickly, and car people were a lot more willing to pay for photos because it was also their passion. So I guess it's about finding the right people and networking, but also making sure that I'm putting out the best possible content that I can to attract people that would want to pay to have their photos taken, or videos, whatever that may be for that individual. So I would love to do some. There's been discussions of a few, but nothing has sort of come through yet. I have a couple shoots lined up, one for video and potentially one for just digital photos as an introduction with a model, to get to know them, take some photos, see what we can create, and as we get more comfortable, then introduce video. Because I like to think that my photos is at a point, just digital photos, is at a point where people, I can charge for them. So it's about using that now as either a way to make money from photography, afford more gear, travel, etc., or using it as a platform to connect with models and gain trust, gain confidence with someone to then look to do other things like video and learn that for free, TFP, whatever you want to call it. So, and then I guess we should talk about the photo club. We definitely want to go Bath, that's another one on the list, but I would just love to keep growing that. It doesn't take up too much time actively, it's very much like in the background, but it might be that if it does grow significantly more, or if my own channel and YouTube and Instagram grows, that I have to get someone to moderate it. So that would be exciting, but obviously just transition is something new for me. But that's on the horizons, I guess. Keep introducing new people to the group, getting them, again, they can learn something, or they might be able to teach someone, which is great, either way. And just, keep growing it, keep going on for different photo walks, introduce maybe to other groups as well. We also have an exhibition lined up, which is great. Currently still talking to the venue because there's been a change of plans to what was originally discussed, but I hope that we can still do it. It's just about getting enough interest from people in the group to commit to it, the printing and the framing of their photos, and then coming to hang them up. But I think if we do that, that'd be great. It's a much lower entry point for a lot of people, people that don't have so much work that they could do their own display, or aren't these big name photographers that people are asking, like, hey, but they're asking you to exhibit. So I'm hoping that people get involved. I'm hoping that it opens up potential opportunities for them, or at the very least they just have a very positive experience and get to appreciate photos in a new way, and share that not only with the group but then also the venues, customers, locals of Oxford. And hopefully as well, that means people will see them and maybe even join the group. Again, it's free of charge if you ever do want to join. But I'd really hope that it happens positively and allows people, or at least encourages them to then go and pursue their own exhibitions, or take more photos, or get better and learn new skills, or try something new like video, whatever it is that they want to achieve. That's my 2024 creator plan / goals. That's all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Again, I've outlaid what I sort of have planned, but I'm happy to try new things, learn new things, and equally, if you're in the area, please consider joining Photo Club Oxford. Always happy to have you and welcome you in. And even if you're nearby, please shout out, and we can look to arrange some sort of photo shoot, whether you're a model or a photographer. I would love to do that with you guys. Please subscribe, please leave a comment, let me know what you want to see, and please take care of yourselves. Bye.